So I am a former scholar of Chicora School of Communications, which was Chicora Elementary. I attended CD through second grade, and I lived on the streets of Baxter inside the community. I'll say it without trying to cry.
You can cry, it's okay.
A job well done for our community. Our parents who have for a long time wanted equity and access as every other scholar, as every other community within a Charleston neighborhood. Dreams long deferred that are now coming true, and the opportunities that our scholars can really believe and achieve while striving for excellence in a building that has so much meaning to it, a building that's fresh, clean, and prepared for learning. It takes more than that teacher in the classroom. It takes coming to a place where you feel safe and secure. Our children come to us already deferred in their reading skills, math skills, all around phonics, and to just have a plethora of reading materials where there's space to store the research that can go on inside the Media Center, really attracting the ideas and philosophy of the South Carolina Career Readiness Standards to make sure when our scholars leave Chicora, they're prepared for middle school versus being 2 and 3 years behind grade level. We're excited about the partnership that's going to take place with CCSD and Education Elements to help us personalize the learning for our scholars, to really look at the blended learning approach where we're meeting the needs of every child based on where they're at, but ensuring at the end of the year that they've grown in their skills. And for a long time, again, we've had teachers working harder without seeing results. But this new building is bringing about a sense of hope and sense of responsibility for parents, the community, for people who are willing to partner with us to make sure that these children do not fall behind any longer. This has been a long time coming. We have been at the Swing Space McNair building for about 5.5 years. The project has been underway longer than that, but Charleston County and the project managers have been great at making sure that we understand it's happening. We've been in meetings to keep us abreast of how the building is coming along, making sure that input came from the teachers, the parents, as well as community of what did we want for Chicora when we walked into this building. What is it going to be? What does it look like and what does it feel like? So our parents and teachers are going to get to see a product that they created. And again, the message that they wanted to bring about was heard. So we were projected at the end of the year for 482. We have definitely exceeded that projection at this moment, but we are expected to receive about 511, 512 scholars on first day. There is a lot more work to be done, but I call that minor stuff. The things that can happen even while learning is taking place, the structure is in place, safety is in place, the materials are here, and we have right now more than what we've had in all these previous years. The big things have been in place. We've got air conditioning, we've got lights. We've got all of our technology equipment working, and we have Wi-Fi in this building, and the building I'm in right now does not. So I'm very excited to get here. So today, I hope that you would have seen classrooms that are built for learning, classrooms that have a personalized approach where our students are able to move around, not necessarily be stationary. The learning walls where our teachers will be using, again, instructional practices that haven't been utilized before, where we can personalize the reading and the math. We hope that you saw the bins where the library materials are going to be going into for our children, as well as the access to the special ed classrooms that you walk through downstairs. We'll have a full self-contained classroom with about 12 expected scholars who will be able to receive the same type of gen ed assignments as our students here. So every teacher, let's start with the teacher because that's where it's important as well. All of our teachers are going to be trained this Thursday from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock on MacBook. They will be outfitted with brand new MacBooks this year that will go along with the learning walls that are in place. Every scholar is going to receive training on digital citizenship. What are the appropriate times to use the iPad? And when we talk about creating apps or utilizing the apps, how do we know that as digital citizens that we're properly accessing apps that are credible? When we talk about using the research, are we using the research skills that are being taught through the classroom when we talk about creating research projects? And then as a School of Communications, it's also about the presentation. Do we present orally? Do we present digitally? Do we present in written format? Our scholars are going to be exposed to all of the various ways that they can present as well as research and create. Once again, trying to keep in mind with what we're talking about for communications in the 21st century, but also the college and career readiness standards. It's important for our scholars because when you walk into a household, you do see where our parents have access to the internet, but it's through their cell phones. You're not going to find a Wi-Fi router in most of our homes, as well as a desktop. But if we train our children here, if we train these scholars here, they can then in turn move from school to school, still accessing. Again, it can't happen Monday through Friday, so you're going to find on the weekend that our scholars are still coming in to receive round the clock training that they necessarily wouldn't have that access to, opening up the media center, providing them the equipment for the iPad, even on the weekends, so that the training can keep going. We're not going to get that inside our homes, and it's not because our parents can't or don't want to. The access for it is just not fiscally there for them.